Investigations group. We're here today because this morning at approximately 9:20 a.m., 35th District police officers responded to 258 West Fisher Street. It's in our Olney section of the city. Upon arrival, they found a 5-year-old Hispanic male shot one time to his pelvis area. The officers immediately transferred that child to St. Christopher's Hospital, where happily he is in stable condition as we speak. Our investigation has been thorough. We were out at the scene. We did a search warrant at the house, and we are confident that we have all parties involved in this incident here at the Shooting Investigations Group. Although we do not recover the gun left the premises, but the shooting occurred inside that residence, which was full with people, and we are confident that the people we have now at SIG are ultimately responsible for that shooting. The victim's father is currently at SIG. He is currently under house arrest. For a VUFA violation that occurred back in November. He was sentenced this March and immediately paroled to the house, where he was wearing a ankle monitor, a monitoring system. Also recovered from that house was a shotgun, which immediately then causes the father to be in possession of that shotgun, and he will be charged as prohibited as a violation of Uniform Firearms Act. This is a very active investigation, but we are not looking for any other parties at this time. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to take them.
What do you think happened?
Well, we think the gun went off and struck the 5-year-old. That's what we think. Yeah, we think it was accidental. Yeah, we think it was that doesn't mean that there won't be charges. We will work with the district attorney's office. We will, like we do in all of our shooting investigations, we will contact their charging unit. We will review and go over the worksheet that we prepare and seek any charges that are appropriate in this matter. Yeah, there were family members. There were some people who were indicated to us that were friends of the father's that were there. And he has a brother that was there as well, 9-year-old brother.
Now, did the father just get home from that parole incident?
This father was sentenced and to home, I think, back in March. So he had been there. Kelly, I'm sorry, I didn't hear your question.
Okay. But I mean, was he handling the gun in some way?
Yeah, we believe the father handled the gun in a way that accidentally discharged and struck the son. We are going through that evidence now to see if charges are appropriate or not. And but more importantly to the public, this was not a drive-by shooting. This was not something that a random act. This seems to be on the surface. You know, we're always open to new evidence, but this seems to be on the surface an accidental discharge in the hands of somebody who shouldn't have had a gun to begin with.
Do we know what kind of gun it was?
We believe it's a handgun. We do not have that gun. That gun left the premise, and we're trying and doing the steps now to track that gun down. They were also quick enough to take the spent cartridge casing out as well. So the caliber of the bullet, there's no evidence at the scene now that we have. There might be something later that will tell us that.
You said that there was a number of people here at SIG. Who all came down here?
We have family members down here. We have family members down here at SIG that were questioning, and the family was they cooperated. They were cooperating, to an extent that we would say they're cooperating. So no.
Could be a charge with covering up, you said they removed the shell casings and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean that's something we're all definitely going to look into. Our first part of the investigation is to find out if it's an aggravated assault shooting and what that intent was. And then as the investigation moves forward, or if there's other people that are culpable as far as taking evidence out of the scene and attempts to cover it up, to lie to us, things like that nature, they're things that we'll eventually get to. More importantly, our 5-year-old is okay, and we'll take that as a win as well.
Like every week you're coming out here to talk about a juvenile shot. I know that the circumstances for this one are certainly different, but it's 5-year-old here. I mean, thank goodness he's going to be okay. But any comment on that? Just the age alone?
Yeah, juvenile shootings are up. They're up 28% under 18 at this point last year. It is a concern for us. We see it. Here at SIG, our job is to investigate it and hold people accountable. And we're doing that. We're doing that with much success. So cases like these, accidental discharges, or these matters take up a lot of time. As most of you are out there, we put a lot of manpower into it, and rightfully so. And we'll continue to do that on every shooting.
So we talk about the aspect of gun safety. If you have a gun and you have a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old in your house, where should that gun be? How should it be properly handled and restored?
I think, first of all, people who are prohibited, people who are convicted, should not be having guns in the house to begin with. That alone, in this case, would have sufficed that safety aspect. But yeah, overall, people should be secure their guns in a responsible, effective manner, especially when you have kids in the house, and even when not. Especially if you're opening your doors to other people coming in. You have to be responsible in your home with a gun. It's common sense to me, but whatever we need to get that done, and not have as many shootings as we're having in